Welcome back, it's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I'm back with a one-page layout using a Freckled Fawn collection. This is quite an older collection, and when I looked, I think the papers are still available, but that might be it. So I only have the 6x8 papers, so I am just going to layer 3 of them, kind of like you see here, and then use another 4th one to back my photo. It's just a really simple layout, but I really do like the way that this one turned out. So I did bring in this orange. I wanted that photo to really pop off that navy paper, and I felt like kind of adding extra borders around it would help. So that's why I did that. And I feel like it just brings that, I don't know, your focus into the picture, especially with those diagonal stripes. I did want to kind of spruce up the background a little bit, so I used my pumpkin ink from Close to My Heart, and I'm just going to blend around the edges of the paper on the white background. And I just felt like that helped those pattern papers that have the white base. I felt like that helped those pop up kind of off the paper more. So again, super quick and easy layout. If you have 6x8 papers, just layer them up. And I like I said, I just really like the way that this one turned out. I did try to center that photo in that navy paper. Again, just really felt like it helped draw the focus to the photo. I am popping it up on some foam tape as well to give the layout a little bit of dimension. For the collection, I have the chipboard and a couple other pieces. I think it's just the chipboard maybe and the enamel dots. But I had this piece from, I think it was a Pink Fresh collection, and love the saying on it. To now I can't remember what it says, and it's too small for me to read. But again, with everything kind of so white on my layout, I wanted it to pop a little bit more. So what I ended up doing was adding some of that pumpkin around the edges. And then I think I even took a little bit of paprika to darken up certain spots along the edges of that piece of ephemera as well. So once we get the photo down, embellishing comes together pretty quickly. And I'm going to use this piece of ephemera here kind of as my title. I don't add any other like larger title, but really liked the quote or phrase on that. So you can see I have just that chipboard, the enamel dots, and I have quite a few flairs from Scrappin Happy Studio I'm going to use. I kind of find when I don't have an abundance of ephemera, the layout kind of comes together more quickly. So in the top right, I really liked that semicircle, liked how it brought in all of those colors again. And then it was a great base, I thought, for a canvas flare from Scrappin Happy Studio. The colors of these ones just worked so well, and I liked that saying at the top there. So you can see where I'm going to have just my 2 embellishment clusters. I decided just to kind of keep it simple. So I am going to keep adding to both of those. Again, just using the chipboard pieces, some sayings. There's that little square heart that I tucked in underneath of that phrase at the bottom. There were on the chipboard lots of great phrase stickers that I really liked and I thought were fitting for this layout. I am going to kind of play around with different pieces to see if I want to include them. But then I remembered too, I have smaller epoxy flares from Scrappin Happy Studio that are easier to kind of tuck in the layout. So I think I'm going to use those. That one just seemed too large, too thick, and I wasn't able to tuck it under like I wanted to. So I am going to commit to that heart and then get into my mini flares from Scrappin Happy Studio. And those just work so much better with layering, I guess, and tucking them underneath other pieces, other embellishments, whereas the canvas are almost the focus of the embellishment cluster, I feel like. But I you can probably see a theme with my fall layouts this month. I do include quite a few flairs from Scrappin Happy Studio. I just love them, and there's, I don't know, so many beautiful designs, and they just work great for just adding that extra little touch to the layouts. So just still playing around with the different pieces from the ephemera, trying to figure out, you know, is that top cluster done? Should I add some more? But I do decide that I will just add some of the enamel dots from this specific collection to the clusters. So I bring them down into that white space underneath the top or the bottom cluster, and then sprinkle some other ones around the embellishment cluster, add some to the top as well. And I think the enamel dots then are just going to finish off this layout. I absolutely love the colors of this collection and this layout, and so happy I had other pieces that matched so well to go with it. I did end up decide after I was done recording to actually add an orange border around it. So I trimmed it just a little bit on each side and added that orange paper to the very back. And so it has an orange border. So stay tuned for the layout share from October, and that will have the new addition to this layout in that video. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.